The world of sales is changing faster than ever before. Just a decade ago, success in sales was about the hustle, shaking hands, making cold calls, closing deals in coffee shops and conference rooms. But today, we are living in an AI-dominated world, one where algorithms know your prospects before you ever meet them. Chatbots can answer their questions instantly, and predictive analytics can forecast what they will buy months in advance. For many professionals, this rapid rise of artificial intelligence has created both fear and opportunity. Fear, because automation threatens to replace roles that once seemed secure. Opportunity, because those who learn to master AI as a tool rather than see it as a threat will discover new levels of efficiency, precision, and influence in their sales process. But here, the truth: AI can process data, but it cannot replace human persuasion. Machines can predict, but they cannot inspire. Algorithms can recommend, but they cannot build trust the way a human can. This is where the power closer steps in. In this new era, the most successful sales professionals are not those who resist technology, nor those who rely entirely on it. Instead, they are the ones who combine AI's power with timeless human psychology, blending machine-driven insights with authentic connection, empathy, and the art of persuasion. The battlefield of sales is no longer just about who works harder. It's about who works smarter, faster, and sharper. Imagine walking into a negotiation knowing exactly what your client values most, because AI analyzed their past decisions. Imagine crafting a pitch so personalized that it feels as if it was written just for one person, because AI tailored it for you. Now imagine being able to deliver that pitch with confidence, charisma, and emotional intelligence, something no machine can ever replicate. That is the essence of being a power closer in the AI-dominated world. This audiobook will take you on a journey. You'll discover how buyer psychology has evolved in the age of algorithms. You'll learn how to prospect, market, and sell using AI without losing the human touch. You'll master the negotiation strategies that work when prospects walk into meetings with more data than ever before. And most importantly, you'll position yourself not just as a salesperson, but as an irreplaceable force of influence in a world where automation handles everything else. The future does not belong to machines. It belongs to those who know how to use them as allies while keeping the human spirit of persuasion alive. So buckle up. You are about to learn how to become a power closer, someone who thrives in the AI era, closes deals others can't, and stays ahead of the competition no matter how intelligent machines become. Because in the end, the closer's edge is not in the algorithm, it's in the human mind, the human voice, and the human connection. The Power Closer: Sales and Marketing Strategy for AI-Dominated World. Written and published by the Zillion Pro. Chapter 1: The Psychology of Closing in the AI Era. Every sale begins in the mind of the buyer. Before money changes hands, before contracts are signed, before a product is even considered, there is one crucial battlefield: the psychology of decision-making. In the traditional world of sales, closers studied body language, tone of voice, and subtle cues to understand what the buyer was thinking. They knew when to push, when to pause, and when to stay silent. But today, in an AI-driven marketplace, the psychology of closing has become both more complex and more powerful. Why? Because while machines can predict customer behavior through data, they cannot replicate the emotional triggers that ultimately make a human say yes. Human decisions versus machine predictions. AI thrives on patterns. It processes billions of data points to predict who is most likely to buy, what they are likely to spend, and even when they are ready to make a purchase. That's powerful, but decision-making is never purely logical. Think about it. Have you ever bought something you didn't need, just because it made you feel good? Have you ever ignored the cheaper option because the premium brand made you feel more confident? That's the emotional brain at work, and it's something AI can't fully capture. Psychologists call this the dual process theory of decision-making. The rational brain, logical, data-driven, analytical. The emotional brain, impulsive, instinctive, and influenced by feelings. AI is strong at appealing to the rational brain. It can present product comparisons, customer reviews, and pricing options in seconds. But the human closer, has the power to connect with the emotional brain, where most buying decisions are actually made. Why emotional intelligence is the unbeatable edge. In an AI-dominated world, emotional intelligence, EQ, is the superpower of the power closer. Emotional intelligence is the ability to read emotions, regulate your own reactions, and influence others in positive ways. Consider this. A chatbot can answer a prospect's question about product features, but can it notice hesitation in the client's voice? Can it sense the excitement in their tone when they mention a dream outcome? Can it detect the tension in their body language during a negotiation? No. You, the power closer, can. High EQ closers know how to mirror emotions to build instant rapport, reframe objections into opportunities, create urgency by connecting with what the prospect deeply values. And here's the secret. When you combine EQ with AI, you become unstoppable. AI gives you the facts. EQ allows you to deliver those facts in a way that moves people emotionally. Building trust in a data-savvy world. Today's buyers are more informed than ever. By the time they speak to a sales professional, they've already researched your product, compared it with competitors, and read customer reviews. They often know the technical details as well as you do. So what do they want from you? Not information, they already have that. What they want is trust. Trust is the currency of closing. And in an AI-driven world, trust comes from two things: authenticity and authority. Authenticity, being real, listening genuinely, and showing you understand the client's needs beyond the numbers. Authority, positioning yourself as the expert who can guide them, not just sell to them. A machine can recommend a product. A closer builds confidence that this product is the right decision for the buyer's life or business. Consider a real-world scenario. Let's imagine two sales scenarios. Scenario 1. A prospect receives an AI-generated email. It's highly personalized. It mentions their industry, their recent business challenges, even their role. The prospect reads it, appreciates the effort, but doesn't reply. Why? Because it feels transactional, not relational. Scenario 2. A sales executive uses AI to prepare before a call. The system tells them what the client's company values most: efficiency and long-term ROI. During the conversation, the closer doesn't just repeat those points. Instead, they ask the client about their vision for the next 5 years. They listen, empathize, and then connect the product to that vision. The client feels understood, and they sign the deal. The difference? In both cases, AI provided the data, but in the second, the human closer brought the emotional connection that sealed the agreement. The power closer's new mindset. To succeed in this new era, you must think differently. The old mindset was, I persuade by pushing harder. The new mindset is, I persuade by aligning AI's precision with human psychology. This means, use AI for preparation, not persuasion. Let AI handle automation while you focus on connection. Rely on AI to identify the who and the when, but use your human touch to master the why and the how. Closing thought. In an AI-dominated world, the psychology of closing is not about competing with machines. It's about mastering what machines cannot do, understanding emotions, building trust, and creating influence. AI is the engine. You are the driver. Together, you can go further than ever before. But never forget this. People don't buy because of algorithms. They buy because of feelings. And the closer who learns how to speak to both the mind and the heart will always dominate the deal. Chapter 2: The Digital Buyer's Journey. Once upon a time, selling was straightforward. The buyer needed information and the salesperson was the gatekeeper. If a customer wanted to know about a product's features, its price, or how it compared to competitors, they had to sit down with a salesperson. The salesperson controlled the flow of knowledge, and therefore the buyer's decision. But that world is gone. Today, the digital buyer is in charge. With a few clicks, they can compare prices, read reviews, watch demo videos, and even ask an AI assistant to summarize the pros and cons. By the time a prospect speaks to a human closer, they often know what they want, why they want it, and how much they're willing to pay. This shift has completely redefined the sales game. To win as a power closer, you must master the new buyer's journey in the AI era, a path where algorithms shape choices, but humans still make the final call. The algorithmic customer. We now live in an age of the algorithmic customer. This is a buyer who doesn't just make decisions on their own, but with the help of algorithms working silently in the background. Think about it. Amazon recommends what to buy next. Netflix suggests what to watch. Google ranks what to click first. TikTok shows you what to crave before you even know you want it. These algorithms shape desires, influence trust, and guide attention. In fact, many customers arrive at your doorstep already influenced by machines. The question is, how will you guide them from algorithmic curiosity to human commitment? The 5 stages of the digital buyer's journey. In the AI-driven marketplace, the buyer's journey has evolved into 5 powerful stages. Let's break them down. Stage 1: Awareness. The buyer becomes aware of a problem or opportunity. Often, this is triggered by digital signals, a social media ad, a blog post, or even an AI-generated recommendation. For the power closer, this stage is about visibility. If you are not in the digital conversation, you don't exist. Stage 2: Research. Here, the buyer dives into discovery. They Google, they read reviews, they consult AI assistants like ChatGPT, and they join online forums. They build a framework of knowledge. At this stage, content is king. If your digital footprint doesn't provide answers, someone else's will. Stage 3: Consideration. The buyer now narrows their options. They compare features, pricing, and benefits. This is where AI-driven recommendation engines shine, feeding them side-by-side comparisons. But this is also where the power closer must step in, because the buyer doesn't just want facts, they want clarity. Your job is to cut through the noise and show them what truly matters. Stage 4: Decision. The buyer is ready to commit. At this stage, objections surface: budget, timing, trust. This is where your emotional intelligence and negotiation skills become irreplaceable. AI can show them the deal, but you close it. Stage 5: Advocacy. In the digital world, the buyer's journey doesn't end at purchase. Today, satisfied customers become brand advocates. They post reviews, share experiences online, and influence new buyers through digital word of mouth. Here, your role is to ensure not just a sale, but a story worth telling. How AI has transformed each stage. AI has fundamentally changed how buyers move through these stages. Awareness. AI ad targeting ensures buyers see solutions tailored to their needs. Research. AI chatbots and smart assistants give instant, curated information. Consideration. Predictive analytics suggests the best fit product. Decision. AI tools automate offers, discounts, and financing options. Advocacy. AI monitors customer feedback and prompts reviews. The advantage for you, the power closer, is clear. You don't have to guess where the buyer is in their journey. AI will tell you. But your role is to understand their emotional state at each stage and guide them forward. The new role of the closer in the buyer's journey. The old role of the salesperson was inform and persuade. The new role is guide and influence. Instead of being the gatekeeper of information, you are the interpreter of information. Buyers have facts, they need meaning. They have data, they need wisdom. They have options, they need confidence. Your value as a closer lies in helping them cut through information overload, personalizing the solution to their specific dream or pain point, showing them how to achieve not just a purchase, but a transformation. Consider a real-world scenario. Imagine a buyer looking for enterprise software. By the time they meet you, they've read 20 reviews, watched 3 YouTube demos, and asked an AI assistant to summarize the top competitors. They enter the meeting with a list of objections ready. A traditional salesperson would try to educate them. That would fail. The buyer already feels educated. The power closer instead says, "I know you've done your research, but tell me, what's most important to you in the next 12 months?" That single question reframes the conversation. Instead of battling data with more data, you align with their vision. You stop being just another option and become the trusted guide to their desired future. The invisible hand of AI. Here's the paradox. In the AI era, many salespeople fear being replaced by automation, but the truth is the opposite. AI doesn't replace the closer, it reshapes the closer's battlefield. It's like fighting with night vision goggles. AI gives you visibility into the buyer's thoughts, patterns, and preferences, but visibility alone doesn't win battles. Strategy, courage, and human judgment do. Closing thought. The digital buyer's journey is no longer a straight line. It's a web of touchpoints influenced by algorithms, content, and digital interactions. But in this complexity lies opportunity. If you understand the journey, you can meet the buyer exactly where they are, not with canned pitches, but with tailored influence. Because while AI may lead them to the door, it's still the power closer who invites them in and earns the handshake. Chapter 3. The New Rules of Persuasion. Persuasion has always been the lifeblood of sales. From the ancient marketplace to modern boardrooms, persuasion is the invisible force that turns a maybe into a yes, a prospect into a client, and a product into a movement. But here's the truth. The rules of persuasion have changed. In the past, persuasion was about charisma, presentation, and persistence. Salespeople were trained to always be closing. They pushed harder, talked faster, and leaned on techniques that often overwhelmed the buyer into submission. Today, that playbook is obsolete. In the AI-dominated marketplace, buyers are too informed, too empowered, and too distracted for old-school tricks to work. They don't want to be sold to. They want to be guided, understood, and inspired. To thrive, the power closer must master the new rules of persuasion. These rules are rooted in psychology, powered by AI insights, and elevated by authentic human influence. From push to pull. The first new rule is this: persuasion is no longer about pushing, it's about pulling. In an age of information overload, buyers don't respond to pressure. They respond to resonance. The closer's job is not to force the sale, but to align the offer with the buyer's deepest desires and values. Think about it. People don't buy the product. They buy what the product makes them feel. They don't buy a gym membership. They buy the feeling of confidence. They don't buy software. They buy the relief of solving a problem. They don't buy insurance. They buy peace of mind. The power closer uses this emotional pull, not manipulation, to create genuine attraction. The science of social proof. Another rule of persuasion in the AI era is social proof. Buyers no longer take your word for it. They want to see what others are saying. Online reviews, testimonials, and peer recommendations carry more weight than any scripted pitch. Here, where AI comes in, algorithms amplify social proof. Think about how Amazon highlights bestsellers or how YouTube pushes videos with millions of views. These signals trigger a psychological bias. If others trust it, I should too. As a power closer, you don't ignore this, you leverage it. Share case studies. Highlight success stories. Point prospects toward credible reviews. Social proof builds trust faster than persuasion ever could on its own. Persuasion through storytelling. In the past, salespeople overwhelmed prospects with facts and figures. Today, persuasion lives in stories. Why? Because stories bypass skepticism and speak directly to the imagination. A well-told story allows the prospect to see themselves as the hero who achieves transformation through your product or service. Consider this. AI can generate reports, data, and charts, but only you can tell a story that connects numbers to meaning. When you say, "Let me tell you about a client just like you who struggled with the same challenge," you are doing what no algorithm can do. You are weaving emotion into information. The rule of reciprocity. The principle of reciprocity has always been powerful, but in the AI marketplace, it has become a game changer. People feel compelled to give back when they receive value first. This is why free trials, exclusive insights, and personalized demos are so effective. But here's the twist. AI has made it possible to deliver strategic generosity at scale. You can give prospects tailored reports, insights, or recommendations before they buy, making them feel indebted, not manipulated. The power closer understands this. You don't just ask for the sale, you earn it through value first. Scarcity and urgency in the digital era. Scarcity has always been a persuasion tool: limited time, limited stock, limited seats. But in the digital marketplace, where abundance seems infinite, scarcity must be used differently. Artificial urgency feels manipulative. Buyers are smarter than that. They know when scarcity is fake, but real scarcity, when tied to authentic value, still works. For example, we only take on 10 clients per month to ensure quality. This discount is tied to an event ending in 48 hours. When backed by truth, scarcity builds urgency without eroding trust. The power of framing. One of the most overlooked persuasion tools today is framing. The way information is presented influences how it is received. A product that saves you $1,000 a year feels different than one that costs $80 a month, even though they're the same. Saying 90% success rate sounds more persuasive than 10% failure rate. AI gives you the data. Framing allows you to present that data in a way that resonates with the buyer's psychology. The closer who masters framing becomes unforgettable. The new ethics of persuasion. In a world where AI tracks behaviors, automates messages, and even predicts desires, persuasion must be rooted in ethics. The line between influence and manipulation is thin. The power closer understands that trust is the ultimate asset. The new rule is simple: long-term trust outweighs short-term gain. If persuasion damages trust, it's not persuasion, it's manipulation, and it will cost you in the end. Let's compare two scenarios. Old school persuasion. A salesperson tries to push a product by listing features, creating pressure, and offering discounts. The buyer feels overwhelmed and resists. New rules persuasion. A power closer uses AI to identify what the buyer values most: saving time. Instead of listing every feature, they tell a story about a client who cut their workload in half. They back it with a testimonial, create urgency with a limited client slot, and frame the investment as buying back 10 hours a week of your life. The buyer doesn't feel pressured, they feel understood, and they say yes. Closing thought. The new rules of persuasion are not about tricks or pressure. They are about alignment, resonance, and trust. In an AI-dominated world, where buyers are bombarded with choices, the power closer wins by standing out, not as the loudest voice, but as the most authentic, strategic, and emotionally intelligent guide. Because persuasion is no longer about making people do what you want. It's about helping them see that what they want is exactly what you're offering. Chapter 4. Mastering AI Prospecting Tools. Prospecting has always been the heartbeat of sales. Without leads, there are no conversations. Without conversations, there are no deals. In the traditional sales world, prospecting meant cold calls, knocking on doors, and long hours flipping through directories or trade lists. But in the AI-dominated marketplace, prospecting has been transformed. The modern closer has a powerful ally, artificial intelligence. AI doesn't just save time, it helps you identify the right people at the right moment with the right message. The power closer understands this. Prospecting is no longer about finding anyone, it's about finding the one. Why AI prospecting is a game changer. Traditional prospecting was a numbers game. The more calls you made, the more likely you'd stumble across a qualified lead. But the problem with this shotgun approach was inefficiency. You wasted energy on people who were never going to buy. AI flips the game. Instead of pushing endlessly, AI pulls insights from massive amounts of data to reveal who is most likely to buy, when they're most likely to buy, and what they're most likely to buy. In other words, AI doesn't just give you more leads, it gives you smarter leads. The new tools of the trade. As a power closer, you don't need to master every AI tool, but you must know how to leverage the essentials. AI-powered CRMs like Salesforce Einstein, HubSpot with AI, or Zoho Zia. These systems don't just store data, they predict behavior, score leads, and tell you where to focus. Predictive lead scoring. AI evaluates prospects based on historical data, online behavior, and social signals to rank them from cold to hot. No more guessing who deserves your time. Conversational AI and chatbots. Tools like Drift or Intercom qualify leads 24/7, asking preset questions, gathering information, and scheduling calls, so you spend your time on high-quality conversations. Social listening AI. AI tracks conversations on LinkedIn, Twitter, and industry forums. If a company posts about a challenge your product solves, AI alerts you instantly. That's a warm lead delivered to your inbox. Email AI tools like Lavender or SmartWriter. These platforms analyze prospects and help you craft emails that are personalized, concise, and more likely to get a response. The 3 golden rules of AI prospecting. 1. Use AI for discovery, not for connection. AI can find leads, qualify them, and even start conversations, but it cannot build authentic relationships. Let the machine handle the who and the when. You handle the why and the how. 2. Quality over quantity. AI makes it tempting to scale outreach to thousands, but persuasion doesn't happen in spam, it happens in connection. The power closer uses AI to go deeper, not just wider. 3. Humanize the data. AI may tell you that a prospect is 87% likely to buy, but the number isn't the relationship. Use the data as a starting point, then bring emotional intelligence to seal the deal. Practical prospecting with AI. Here, what AI-driven prospecting looks like in practice. You log into your CRM. AI highlights 5 accounts with high engagement and purchase signals. You use LinkedIn AI tools to see what those prospects have posted recently. One CEO mentions struggling with productivity. You draft an email, but AI helps optimize the subject line for maximum open rates. Instead of saying, "We help companies improve productivity," you write, "Saw your post about productivity, here. How we helped a similar team save 15 hours a week." That's not random outreach. That's surgical precision prospecting. Consider this real-world style scenario. 2 sales reps target the same company. Rep A cold calls the office with a generic pitch. They get ignored. Rep B uses AI to analyze the company's hearing trends, financial reports, and social media activity. AI reveals they are expanding their remote workforce and struggling with collaboration. Rep B opens the conversation with, "I noticed your team has been scaling remote operations. Many of our clients faced collaboration challenges during the same stage. Can I share how they solved it?" Which rep do you think got the meeting? AI doesn't replace skill, it amplifies it. Pitfalls of AI prospecting. While powerful, AI prospecting has dangers if misused. Overautomation. Relying too much on bots makes you sound robotic. Privacy concerns. Misusing data can break trust instantly. Lazy salesmanship. AI should make you sharper, not lazier. It finds the leads, but you still need to earn the relationship. The power closer avoids these traps by remembering, AI is the engine, but you are the driver. Becoming a master of AI prospecting. To truly master AI prospecting, experiment with tools. Don't just read about them, use them. Study the data. Learn what signals really lead to conversions. Balance the human touch. Always add empathy, curiosity, and storytelling. When you blend AI's ability to analyze with your ability to empathize, you create a prospecting system that is not only efficient but magnetic. Closing thought. Prospecting is no longer about casting the widest net. It's about casting the smartest net. AI gives you the vision to see where opportunities are, but persuasion turns those opportunities into deals. The power closer doesn't waste time chasing shadows. They use AI to find the right prospects, then use human connection to turn those prospects into lifelong clients. Because in the end, the future of prospecting is not about replacing the salesperson with AI. It's about empowering the salesperson to focus on the right person, at the right time, with the right message. Chapter 5. The Omnichannel Sales Closer. The modern marketplace is no longer linear. A buyer does not simply walk into a store, ask a few questions, and make a purchase. Instead, today's buyer moves fluidly across multiple channels, researching on Google, comparing on Amazon, watching a YouTube review, checking a brand's TikTok, browsing LinkedIn case studies, and finally sending a direct message on WhatsApp or Instagram. This scattered buyer journey requires a new kind of sales professional, the omnichannel closer. The age of channel convergence. In the past, sales channels were siloed. You had retail, you had phone, you had email. Today, everything converges. Buyers can start on one platform and finish on another. They might interact with your chatbot on Monday, your Instagram story on Wednesday, and finally your Zoom pitch on Friday. The closer's job is to seamlessly connect all these touchpoints, so the buyer feels one smooth experience, not a fragmented one. Example. Imagine a SaaS buyer. They first see a LinkedIn post about your product. Later, they find a free trial ad on Google. A week later, they get a retargeted YouTube video explaining benefits. Finally, they join your webinar where you directly answer their concerns. When they are ready to buy, you've been present at every step. That is omnichannel selling at work. Why omnichannel closes more deals. 1. Visibility breeds trust. People trust what they see often. Being present on multiple channels creates familiarity and reduces skepticism. 2. Buyers want convenience. Some prefer to text, some want to call, others want to DM. Meeting them where they are makes you easier to buy from. 3. Data integration sharpens personalization. AI tools now unify channel data. For example, a prospect's behavior on email campaigns can inform the script you use in a phone call. 4. Competitors are everywhere. If you are not visible across platforms, your competitors will capture the attention you lost. AI in the omnichannel strategy. Artificial intelligence is the glue that holds omnichannel sales together. Predictive analytics. AI can show which channels your buyers engage with most, so you focus effort wisely. Chatbots and automation. They handle early questions on websites, freeing you to step in at the critical closing moment. Cross-platform tracking. AI follows buyer behavior across channels, building a full picture of intent. Dynamic personalization. Tools can deliver customized content at the right moment on the right platform. Example, a B2B prospect attends your LinkedIn event. AI notes their interest in scalability. Later, when they visit your website, they automatically see case studies about scalable solutions. When you finally call them, you already know what pain point to emphasize. The omnichannel closing framework. To thrive, a power closer needs a step-by-step approach. 1. Map the buyer journey across channels. Understand the typical path your audience takes. Where do they first hear about you? Where do they make their final decision? 2. Unify your messaging. Whether it's a tweet, an email, or a Zoom call, your message must carry the same core value proposition. Only the format should adapt. 3. Use AI to identify buying signals. Did they open 5 emails? Watch 80% of your video? Comment on a LinkedIn post? Each of these signals indicates readiness. 4. Engage personally at the critical moment. Let automation nurture, but when the deal is near closing, step in yourself. Human connection seals the deal. 5. Follow through consistently. After closing, maintain the relationship across channels. Post-sale touchpoints matter for upselling and referrals. Mindset of the omnichannel closer. The omnichannel closer does not think in silos. Instead, they ask, where is my buyer right now? What platform are they most active on today? How can I create a seamless handoff from AI automation to human persuasion? They are not married to one channel. They are married to results. Practical action steps. Audit your current presence. Are you on the same platforms your buyers use? Invest in one AI-driven omnichannel CRM to unify interactions. Develop a core pitch that can adapt to text, video, or voice. Start tracking buyer signals across platforms to know when to close. Commit to building consistent visibility, not random appearances. Closing thought. In an AI-dominated world, attention is fragmented. Prospects move at lightning speed from one channel to another. The power closer who wins is the one who learns to follow, adapt, and engage across every touchpoint without losing authenticity. When you master omnichannel selling, you are no longer chasing buyers. You are guiding them step by step until the natural conclusion, the close. Because in the omnichannel era, closing is not an event. It is the culmination of a well-orchestrated, multi-channel symphony. Chapter 6. Content that converts in an AI world. Sales today is no longer just about knocking on doors or dialing numbers. It is about creating the kind of content that captures attention, builds trust, and drives prospects to act. In an AI-driven world, where buyers are constantly bombarded with information, content is no longer optional. It is the currency of influence. The modern buyer doesn't want to be sold to. They want to be educated, inspired, and guided. And the power closer knows that well-crafted content is one of the most powerful tools to move a prospect from curiosity to commitment. Why content is the new sales weapon. 1. Buyers research before they talk to sales. Studies show that today's buyer completes up to 70% of the decision-making process before ever speaking to a salesperson. This means your content often makes the first impression, not your pitch. 2. Trust is built through authority. When you publish valuable insights, tutorials, or case studies, you establish yourself as a trusted advisor. In the AI era, where skepticism is high, authority is your edge. 3. Content works while you sleep. A sales call ends when you hang up. A video, ebook, or blog keeps selling 24/7. Content scales your influence beyond time and geography. The 3 levels of high-converting content. To truly convert, Content must operate at 3 levels. 1. Awareness content, catching attention. This content draws prospects into your world. It answers their big questions, sparks curiosity, and positions you as relevant. Examples: short TikTok videos, blog posts, infographics, podcasts. 2. Consideration content, building trust. Here, your goal is to prove credibility and deepen engagement. Examples: webinars, white papers, LinkedIn articles, case studies, product demos. 3. Decision content, driving action. This is where prospects are ready to close but need reassurance. Examples: testimonials, free trials, ROI calculators, personalized video pitches. AI's role in content creation and distribution. Artificial intelligence has changed how content is created, delivered, and optimized. For the power closer, AI is not competition, it is collaboration. AI content generation. Tools like ChatGPT or Jasper can draft blogs, sales scripts, and emails in minutes. Predictive content delivery. AI analyzes user behavior and pushes the right content at the right time. Personalization at scale. Instead of generic newsletters, AI can create unique subject lines, offers, or blog recommendations for each prospect. Content performance analytics. AI doesn't just measure clicks, it learns what type of stories, images, and formats resonate most. The psychology of content that converts. Even in an AI-powered world, human psychology drives conversion. Your content must tap into timeless triggers. 1. Storytelling. Buyers remember stories more than stats. 2. Social proof. Testimonials, reviews, and user-generated content reduce hesitation. 3. Authority. Expert insights build credibility. 4. Scarcity. Limited time offers and exclusive access drive urgency. 5. Clarity. Confused buyers don't buy. Simplify your message. Consider Jason, a sales rep for a B2B SaaS company. Instead of cold emailing prospects with a generic message, he uses AI to analyze their LinkedIn activity. AI tells him that a prospect often engages with posts about scaling operations. Jason uses this insight to send a tailored message with a case study on how his product helped another company scale efficiently. He pairs it with a short video walkthrough created using AI video tools. The result: the prospect feels the message was crafted just for them. Trust is built instantly. The meeting is booked. The content conversion framework. To build a powerful content strategy, follow this framework. 1. Know your buyer persona. Define their pain points, desires, and daily habits. 2. Map content to the buyer's journey. What do they need at awareness, consideration, and decision stages? 3. Leverage AI to scale creation. Use AI to draft, test, and personalize content, but refine it with your human touch. 4. Distribute across multiple channels. Don't just post a blog, turn it into a video, a podcast clip, an infographic, and a LinkedIn carousel. 5. Track and optimize. Use AI analytics to refine what works and double down on high-performing content. Practical examples of content that converts. For B2B SaaS, publish LinkedIn articles plus case study webinars. For real estate, post Instagram reels of properties plus client testimonials. For coaching consulting, offer free ebooks plus personalized email nurture sequences. For e-commerce, use AI to create personalized product recommendations plus influencer reviews. Closing thought. In the AI-dominated marketplace, content is not just marketing fluff. It is the silent salesperson working tirelessly in the background. But the power closer knows the secret. While AI may generate and distribute content, only you can inject it with authenticity, empathy, and persuasive intent. The closer who masters content that converts is no longer chasing prospects. They are attracting them, educating them, and guiding them naturally toward the close. Because in this new era, the deal often starts long before the first conversation. It starts with content. Chapter 7: Emotional Intelligence versus Artificial Intelligence. In the AI-dominated world of sales, two forces collide: the raw computational power of artificial intelligence (AI) and the deeply human capacity of emotional intelligence (EQ). Both are powerful. Both shape how deals are closed, but only one can build the kind of trust that leads to long-term loyalty. The rise of AI in sales. Artificial intelligence has already proven itself indispensable in sales. Data crunching. AI analyzes thousands of customer interactions instantly. Pattern recognition. It can predict buyer behavior based on digital footprints. Personalization. AI can tailor emails, ads, and offers to each individual. Efficiency. It eliminates repetitive tasks, freeing salespeople to focus on closing. AI is an incredible tool, but here's the truth. Machines may predict intent, but they cannot create connection. The irreplaceable power of EQ. Emotional intelligence. Your ability to recognize, understand, and influence emotions is what makes you a closer. It is EQ that allows you to hear what the buyer really means behind their words, detect hesitation in tone or body language, reframe objections without triggering defensiveness, create a bond that feels human, authentic, and trustworthy. A machine can process data, but it cannot mirror empathy. It cannot replace the warmth of a reassuring tone or the subtle confidence in your body language. This is your unfair advantage. The EQ-AI partnership. The power closer does not pit EQ against AI. Instead, they combine them. AI surfaces the opportunity. EQ converts it. AI gives you the what. EQ gives you the how. AI may guide the message. EQ makes sure it lands with impact. For example, AI may tell you that a prospect is price-sensitive, but EQ helps you frame your offer in a way that reduces fear and highlights value without sounding manipulative. The 4 pillars of emotional intelligence in sales. 1. Self-awareness. Knowing your strengths, weaknesses, and triggers. If you get defensive at objections, you lose ground. 2. Self-regulation. Staying calm under pressure. A power closer doesn't rush when silence lingers. They let it work in their favor. 3. Empathy. Stepping into the buyer's shoes. This means understanding not just what they want, but why they want it. 4. Social skills. Building rapport, adapting communication styles, and leading conversations gracefully. EQ skills that AI cannot replace. Reading between the lines. AI can transcribe words, but it cannot decode unspoken fears. Managing energy in the room. No algorithm understands how a pause builds tension or how humor eases resistance. Earning trust. Trust is built through consistency, transparency, and authenticity. Machines cannot replicate these. Practical ways to elevate EQ in the AI era. 1. Practice deep listening. Focus fully on the buyer, not just waiting for your turn to speak. 2. Mirror emotions. Match tone and body language to create subconscious alignment. 3. Ask empathetic questions. Instead of "what's your budget?" ask, "what concerns do you have about investing in this solution?" 4. Pause with purpose. Don't rush to fill silence. It often signals the buyer is processing. 5. Reflect and journal. After calls, ask, "Did I listen well? Did I control my emotions? Did I connect authentically?" The future belongs to EQ-driven closers. As AI grows more sophisticated, buyers will be able to access information faster, analyze options deeper, and even use AI tools to negotiate. But in that environment, what will stand out is not more data, but more humanity. The power closer who integrates AI's insights with emotional intelligence will always win. Because while AI can guide the process, It is EQ that wins the heart, and the heart ultimately makes the buying decision. Closing thought. In the battle of emotional intelligence versus artificial intelligence, the truth is clear. AI can help you find opportunities, but EQ will always close them. The closers of the future are not those who resist technology, nor those who rely entirely on it. They are the ones who master both, and know when to let the machine lead, and when to let the human heart take over. Chapter 8. Negotiation in the AI. Negotiation has always been the ultimate battlefield of sales. It is where deals are won or lost, where trust is tested, and where value is either defended or surrendered. In an AI-dominated world, negotiation takes on a new dimension. Buyers arrive at the table armed not only with research but with data-driven insights, competitor comparisons, and AI-generated counterarguments. The power closer must evolve. Traditional negotiation tactics are no longer enough. To win in the AI age, you need a blend of human persuasion and machine intelligence. The new reality of negotiation. Gone are the days when buyers came uninformed. Today's prospects. Run competitor analysis with one click. Use AI-powered bots to compare features and pricing. Rely on predictive tools to estimate ROI before meeting you. Enter negotiations with as much, if not more, information than the seller. This doesn't make negotiation harder. It makes it different. Information parity means the edge no longer lies in hidden knowledge. It lies in how you interpret, frame, and emotionally connect with that information. AI as an ally in negotiation. Instead of fearing AI, the power closer uses it as leverage. AI for buyer insights. Analyze tone, preferences, and history to predict negotiation styles. AI for scenario planning. Simulate negotiation outcomes by adjusting variables like price, timeline, and contract length. AI for objection handling. Tools can instantly generate data-backed responses to common concerns. AI for value demonstration. Create personalized ROI calculators that prove worth in the buyer's own context. AI prepares the battlefield, but you must win the war. The human advantage in negotiation. Even in an AI-powered environment, people don't just buy with logic, they buy with emotion. Your role is to bridge both. What AI cannot replace in negotiation. 1. Empathy. Understanding hidden fears or unspoken pressures. 2. Flexibility. Pivoting strategies in real time when unexpected objections arise. 3. Trust building. Convincing buyers that you care about their success, not just your quota. 4. Reading the room. Subtle cues like hesitation, tone shifts, or body language. The 4 negotiation pillars in the AI age. 1. Preparation through data. Let AI handle the research, competitors, pricing benchmarks, buyer history. Come in armed with insights, not assumptions. 2. Framing the value. AI can show numbers, but only you can frame them into a compelling story that appeals to both logic and emotion. 3. Objection mastery. Use AI to anticipate likely objections, then prepare empathetic, trust-building responses. 4. Strategic concessions. The power closer never discounts value recklessly. They know when to give ground, when to hold firm, and how to structure creative win-win outcomes. Consider David, an AI-savvy sales director, enters a negotiation with a multinational company. The client's AI procurement tool has already flagged his solution as 20% higher cost compared to competitors. Instead of panicking, David leans into the data. Using his own AI-powered ROI calculator, he shows that while the upfront price is higher, the solution reduces downtime by 30%, saving millions in operational costs. But the breakthrough comes when David notices the procurement lead hesitating. He acknowledges the pressure they face to show cost savings. Instead of resisting, he offers a phased rollout, lowering risk while still delivering long-term savings. The deal closes. Why? Because David combined AI's facts with human EQ and negotiation finesse. Strategies for winning negotiations in the AI era. Anchor with value, not price. Buyers will always compare cost, but you must redirect to long-term impact. Use AI to validate claims. Let the numbers speak, but add a human story to make them stick. Prepare what-if scenarios. AI tools can model contract variations. Use them to stay one step ahead. Negotiate the whole package. Focus on terms, support, and future partnership, not just price. Leverage silence. AI fills gaps with data. Humans win with patience. Silence often pressures the other side to reveal more. Practical negotiation exercises. 1 AI research drill. Before your next negotiation, run your prospect through an AI tool. Write down 3 likely objections they will raise. 2. Empathy mapping. Ask yourself, what is this buyer afraid of losing? What do they secretly want to gain? 3. Role play with AI. Use AI-powered simulation tools to practice negotiation conversations before going live. Closing thought. Negotiation in the AI age is not man versus machine. It is man with machine against a better prepared buyer. The power closer embraces AI for intelligence, but never forgets that closing the deal requires human intuition, empathy, and adaptability. AI may guide the logic of the negotiation, but it is the human closer who controls the emotion, and in sales, emotion is what tips the scale. The future belongs to closers who can speak the language of data while touching the heart of the decision maker. Chapter 9. Sales Mastery with AI Tools. The modern salesperson is no longer just a communicator. They are a strategist, technologist, and psychologist rolled into one. In an AI-dominated world, sales mastery is not simply about hard work or charm. It's about intelligently leveraging the tools available to amplify reach, personalize engagement, and execute with precision. Artificial intelligence has created a level playing field, but only those who know how to harness it can rise above the noise and claim their place as true power closers. The augmented salesperson. AI does not replace the salesperson, it augments them. Think of AI as an exoskeleton for your sales process. It provides superhuman speed in research, analysis, and data management. The salesperson of yesterday spent hours compiling leads, drafting proposals, and manually tracking follow-ups. Today, an AI-augmented closer can identify high-intent prospects instantly using predictive lead scoring. Automate repetitive communication without losing personalization. Receive real-time coaching during sales calls through AI-driven conversation intelligence. Forecast pipeline outcomes with greater accuracy than ever before. The new role of the salesperson is to blend human emotional intelligence with machine intelligence, creating a hybrid selling style that is fast, precise, and deeply personal. The AI Toolkit for Sales Professionals. To achieve mastery, closers must curate their toolkit. Here are key categories of AI-powered tools every sales professional should embrace. AI CRM systems. Platforms like Salesforce Einstein, HubSpot AI, and Zoho Zia that analyze customer behavior and recommend next actions. Conversation intelligence. Tools like Gong, Chorus, or Fireflies. AI that transcribe, analyze, and score calls in real time, offering actionable feedback. AI writing assistants. ChatGPT, Jasper, and Grammarly to craft personalized proposals, follow-up emails, and persuasive scripts at scale. Predictive analytics. Platforms that use past behavior to forecast deal closure probability, churn risk, and upsell potential. Automation platforms. Zapier, Make, or AI-driven outreach tools that free salespeople from repetitive tasks. The mastery comes not from having the tools but knowing when, how, and to what degree to apply them. The human-AI balance. AI can handle data. Humans handle emotion. Sales mastery emerges when the two forces are perfectly blended. For instance, AI can suggest the optimal time to call a prospect based on engagement data, but it cannot replace the warmth in your tone or the empathy in your response when the prospect shares a challenge. Power closers understand. AI creates efficiency right arrow freeing up time. Human presence creates connection right arrow closing the deal. Real-time AI coaching and feedback. One of the most powerful applications of AI in sales is real-time coaching. Imagine being in the middle of a virtual pitch and having an AI assistant subtly prompt you. You've been talking for 80% of the conversation. Ask an open question. The prospect's tone suggests hesitation. Address objections directly. Mention case studies now. Engagement is dropping. This live feedback transforms ordinary salespeople into elite performers by shortening the feedback loop. Instead of waiting for post-call reviews, you course-correct in the moment. Ethical AI selling. Sales mastery in the AI age is not only about performance but also ethics. With powerful AI tools comes the temptation to manipulate or over-automate. A true power closer maintains trust by being transparent when using AI chatbots, ensuring personalization feels genuine, not robotic, respecting data privacy and customer consent. The greatest sales advantage is still trust. Misusing AI erodes it, mastering AI builds it. Consider a SaaS sales executive named Lena. Before AI adoption, her average closing cycle was 45 days. After integrating AI tools, she used predictive analytics to focus only on the 20% of leads most likely to convert. Conversation intelligence flagged her tendency to interrupt prospects too early. She adjusted and saw her call-to-close ratio rise. An AI assistant wrote tailored proposals instantly, reducing her administrative work by 60%. Within 6 months, Lena cut her sales cycle to 20 days and doubled her revenue. Her mastery was not talent alone. It was human skill multiplied by AI leverage. The path forward, continuous mastery. The AI landscape evolves daily. What is cutting edge today will be outdated tomorrow. The power closer must commit to continuous learning, experimenting with new tools, and staying updated on AI advancements. Mastery in this new age is not a destination but a moving horizon. Key takeaways. 1. Sales mastery today requires blending human intelligence with AI power. 2. The right AI toolkit can amplify efficiency, personalization, and closing ability. 3. Real-time AI feedback transforms sales performance instantly. 4. Ethical use of AI preserves trust, the most valuable sales currency. 5. Continuous learning is the hallmark of the true power closer. Chapter 10. High-ticket closing in an automated marketplace. Automation is everywhere. From lead generation to follow-up emails, chatbots, and AI-driven remarketing campaigns, the marketplace has never been more efficient or more crowded. But when it comes to high-ticket sales, automation alone cannot seal the deal. A 6-figure real estate investment, a $50,000 consulting package, or a $250,000 enterprise software license is not closed by algorithms. These transactions demand trust, authority, and human connection. Why high-ticket sales are different. High-ticket sales differ from transactional sales in 3 ways. Longer sales cycles. Buyers require deeper evaluation, more decision makers, and multiple touchpoints. Higher risk perception. The financial and reputational stakes are higher, so the buyer's fear of making a mistake increases. Trust is everything. No automation can replace the comfort of looking a closer in the eye, whether virtually or in person, and hearing, I've got you. The power closer recognizes that while AI can handle volume, humans must handle value. Automation as the foundation, not the finish line. Automation sets the stage for high-ticket closing but never takes the final bow. Here, how automation supports the closer. Pre-qualification. AI scoring filters prospects so the closer spends time only with serious buyers. Personalized nurture sequences. Automated content builds authority before the first live conversation. Data insights. AI provides profiles of the buyer's pain points, decision-making style, and past behavior. By the time the closer steps in, the stage is perfectly set. The buyer is warmed up, informed, and halfway convinced. Now it's about pushing them past the finish line. The human touch in high-ticket closing. High-ticket sales are less about convincing and more about guiding decision-making under uncertainty. The closer must bring qualities no AI can replicate. Empathy, reading emotional undertones and addressing unspoken fears. Authority, demonstrating deep expertise and positioning yourself as a trusted advisor. Confidence transfer. High-ticket buyers don't just buy the product, they buy your certainty. The closer doesn't just answer questions, they shape belief systems. Strategies for high-ticket closing in the AI age. Here are key methods to dominate the high-ticket closing game. 1. The diagnostic close. Position yourself as a consultant, not a seller. Use AI-prepared data to diagnose problems, then recommend tailored solutions. This shifts the frame from selling to prescribing. 2. The story close. High-ticket buyers are moved by vision, not features. Share stories of transformation, case studies, and future possibilities. AI can feed you the data, but you must weave it into narrative. 3. The scarcity close. Automated marketplaces create abundance, but buyers act when they perceive scarcity. Use exclusivity, limited seats, timelines, or access to you to drive urgency. 4. The partnership close. Reframe the transaction as a collaboration. Position yourself as a long-term ally in the buyer's success, not just a vendor. Navigating multiple decision makers. In high-ticket B2B sales, rarely is one person the sole decision maker. Committees, CFOs, and boards often get involved. AI can help map stakeholder influence, but the closer must build trust across the buying team. Mastery here requires tailoring messages to each stakeholder's priorities, aligning the group around a shared vision of ROI, keeping momentum alive through multiple conversations. Consider James, a SaaS executive, faced a prospect considering a $500K annual contract. Automation had nurtured the lead for 6 months, delivering content and insights. When James stepped in, he used AI tools to review the company's financial challenges before the first call. He positioned himself as a consultant, offering solutions beyond software, strategic partnerships. He brought emotional intelligence to the table, reassuring the CFO about risk mitigation and the COO about scalability. By blending AI insights with human authority, James closed the deal in half the usual sales cycle. The future of high-ticket closing. As automation becomes universal, high-ticket closing will increasingly hinge on who controls the human touch at scale. The best closers will use AI to reduce wasted time and maximize precision. Elevate human qualities, vision, storytelling, empathy as their ultimate differentiator. Position themselves as indispensable partners in an otherwise impersonal digital marketplace. Automation may dominate the mechanics, but mastery belongs to the closer who can bridge data and humanity. Key takeaways. 1. High-ticket sales require authority, empathy, and trust, qualities AI cannot replace. 2. Automation is the foundation that prepares prospects, but humans must close. Three strategies like the diagnostic, story, scarcity, and partnership closes are vital for big deals. 4. Multiple decision makers require skillful navigation beyond AI support. 5. The future belongs to closers who merge AI efficiency with human influence. Chapter 11. Future-proofing your sales career. The sales profession has always been about evolution. From door-to-door pitches to phone calls, from email marketing to social selling, and now to AI-driven engagement, the only constant has been change. But in an age where automation threatens to replace repetitive roles, one question burns brighter than ever. How do you future-proof your sales career in a world dominated by artificial intelligence? Here is your roadmap for becoming indispensable, ensuring you remain relevant, resilient, and at the very top of your game no matter how technology shifts the marketplace. The myth of replacement. A common fear is that AI will make salespeople obsolete. It's true, AI will replace many transactional, low-skill sales roles, but it will never replace the power closer. Why? Because sales is not just about transactions, it's about trust, persuasion, vision, and influence, qualities that no algorithm can fully replicate. The key is to move beyond being a sales rep into becoming a sales strategist, advisor, and trusted guide. Adopt the mindset of continuous evolution. Future-proofing begins with mindset. You must see yourself not just as a salesperson, but as a lifelong learner. Ask yourself, how often do I upgrade my skills? Am I actively learning new technologies and platforms? Do I resist change, or do I embrace it as an opportunity? The sales careers of tomorrow will belong to those who adapt faster than the marketplace. Develop hybrid competence, human plus AI skills. The future belongs to those who can combine human influence with machine intelligence. Your career longevity will depend on mastering both. Human skills to sharpen: empathy, storytelling, negotiation, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, leadership. AI skills to learn: prompt engineering, CRM automation, conversation intelligence platforms, data-driven sales forecasting, personalization at scale. The salesperson who can translate complex AI outputs into meaningful human conversations will always win. Build a personal brand of authority. In an automated marketplace, buyers are bombarded with endless options. To stand out, you must build a reputation that precedes you. This means publishing insights on LinkedIn or industry forums, hosting webinars or podcasts that showcase your expertise, building credibility as a thought leader in your industry. A strong personal brand acts as career armor. When you're seen as an authority, opportunities find you. AI can't replicate that. Specialize in high-value markets. Not all sales roles are created equal. Low-value, transactional roles are the first to be automated. To future-proof your career, specialize in areas where stakes are high and human guidance is non-negotiable, such as enterprise technology, luxury real estate, financial advisory, healthcare and biotech solutions, high-end consulting and coaching. The bigger the deal, the more critical the closer. Cultivate resilience and adaptability. Technology will continue to shift the sales landscape. Tools you master today may be obsolete tomorrow. That's why your greatest strength is adaptability. Power closers embrace change rather than fear it. They ask, what new skill can I master this quarter? What AI tools can I experiment with today? How can I anticipate what my industry needs tomorrow? Resilience is not about resisting disruption. It's about thriving in it. The human edge that will never be automated. No matter how advanced AI becomes, it cannot replicate the warmth of empathy when a client shares their struggles, the inspiration of a vision painted by a leader, the trust built in a handshake or a heartfelt promise, the authentic connection that comes when someone feels truly understood. Future-proofing your career means leaning into these irreplaceable qualities, because in a sea of automation, humanity becomes the ultimate competitive edge. Your legacy as a power closer. At the heart of it all, sales is about impact. It's about transforming lives, businesses, and futures. The closer of tomorrow isn't just someone who sells. They are a catalyst for change in an AI-powered world. By committing to lifelong learning, blending human skills with AI mastery, and building authority, you ensure your career doesn't just survive the future, it thrives in it. Final words. The AI revolution is not a threat, it is an invitation. An invitation to evolve, to sharpen, and to step into the next era of sales with more power, precision, and purpose than ever before. The future belongs to the closer who is unafraid to embrace change, leverage AI, and remain unapologetically human. This is how you future-proof not just your career, but your legacy.